On the news tonight, President Bola Tinubu approves takeoff of the first phase of consumer credit scheme. And Minister of the Federal Capital Territory advocates strong cooperation among African countries. Hello, glad to have you join us on the evening news on NT Channel 5 Abuja. I am Abdullah Hajia. First, we begin from the presidency, where President Bola Tinubu has approved the takeoff of the first phase of the consumer credit scheme. Consumer credit serves as the lifeblood of modern economies, enabling citizens to enhance their quality of life by accessing goods and services upfront, paying responsibly over time. It facilitates crucial purchases such as homes, vehicles, education, and healthcare, essential for ongoing stability to pursue their aspirations. The president believes every hardworking Nigerian should have access to social mobility, with consumer credit playing a pivotal role in achieving this vision. In line with the president's directive to expand consumer credit access to Nigerians, the Nigerian Consumer Credit Corporation has launched a portal for Nigerians to express interest in receiving consumer credit. The scheme will be rolled out in phases, starting with members of the civil service and cascading to members of the public. Away from that, Minister of the Federal Capital Territory, Nyesom Wike, has advocated a stronger cooperation among African countries to enhance sustainable development of the continent. The advocacy came when he received in audience the ambassador of Cote d'Ivoire to Nigeria, Kalilu Traore, who paid him courtesy visit in Abuja. Onozi Yakobo reports.
Strengthening bilateral relations between the two African countries and also briefing the minister on the development on the plot allocated to the Embassy of Cote d'Ivoire in Abuja as directed by the FCT minister informed this visit.
We received a letter from you in November giving us a period to develop the area. And I'm very pleased to tell you that we are about to start work. We were given here in Nigeria 2 mainland. Okay. One at the diplomatic drive area and one at Maitama. We have built our chancery, big building in diplomatic drive. Yeah. And I'll be happy to receive you one day to visit.
FCT Minister Nyesom Wike says there is the need to strengthen ties among ECOWAS countries for the development of the sub-region.
We will continue to strengthen our relationship. Luckily, our president is the chair, and so we'll do everything we can to see that our relationship is smooth, is cordial. So such a way that there is a symbiotic relationship.
The minister, however, commends Cote d'Ivoire for taking steps to develop the plot allocated to her embassy in Abuja. He also congratulated the country for winning the last edition of the African Cup of Nations. Onoze Yakubu, NTA News.
Talking judiciary now, the trial of a suspected land racketeer Idowu Akomolede continues before the High Court of the Federal Capital Territory, Kurudu, Abuja. The defendant is facing counts bordering on alleged usage of forged land documents to dupe unsuspecting members of the public and intimidating those who complained about his activities. He has been in remand after pleading not guilty to the counts, but his defense team on Wednesday applies for his bail on compassionate grounds. Despite opposition from the police prosecution, the court used its discretion.
The police was able to uncover the series of documents that were presented as proof of ownership by the said defendant. which appeared false, and we are on the verge of getting our ruling.
I'm very happy. We prayed for it and we moved our motion.
In the proof of evidence tendered before the court, the police stated its intention to end land racketeering in the FCT. The matter is adjourned to June 24 for continuation of trial. Talking security, the divisional police officer in charge of Gwarimpa, Chief Superintendent of Police, Monishola Oluwatuashe, says the command will sustain operational strategies to ensure that FCT residents continue to enjoy the relative peace presently established. The DPO was responding to questions on the security check program called the police on NTA Channel 5 Abuja. Hadiza Godwin Ebune reports.
Kidnapping was rife at the onset of the new year, coupled with the menace of one chance and other petty crimes. However, DPO Monisola Oluwatuase discloses that the change of management at the command deployed new strategies in policing the FCT. This initiative, the senior police officer hinted, resulted in the successes recorded.
Our CP, person of Bennett Igwe, came in. He has brought in innovations. He has brought in innovations on the vigil and the motivations in making sure that policing is very, very effective. And if you can see from the video, he has brought in the innovations of drones. He was using his laptop, in assessing this difficult terrain in order to be able to, curb the activities of the criminals out there.
Residents who called in on the program commend the police efforts at providing security, while also giving relevant information on locations being disturbed by suspected criminals. DPO Monisola assures the residents that the relevant information will swing into action to address the pockets of challenges with a view to giving respite in the days ahead. Hadiza Godwin Ebuni, NTA News.
Talking sports now, Sports Writers Association of Nigeria Electoral Committee Chairman Patrick Nwaogo has revealed that only accredited members of FCT SWAN will be allowed to vote during the chapter's election billed to hold this Friday. He stated this during a media briefing in Abuja, where Francis Kabile reports.
All is now set for the FCT SWAN election, which is scheduled to take place this Friday in Abuja. With the Friday date for the FCT SWAN election certain, FCT SWAN NECO Chairman Patrick Nwaogo noted that 12 candidates are vying for different positions available as they bid to take over the mantle of leadership. The chairman, who appealed for support from FCT SWAN members, stressed that all have been made for members who picked the nomination and interest form to contest on a level playing field.
On the election day, only accredited voters and observers will be allowed into the hall. And the hall we are going to use here. Everybody coming in will have a tag, accreditation card, tag. There will be an opening ceremony on that day.
Nwaogo further stated that stakeholders in the sports sector will be present on the election day, including representatives of the Minister of Sport, John Eno, and NFF President Ibrahim Gusau. In Abuja, Francis Kabile, NTA News.
In its efforts to develop the game of kickboxing, the association has organized a week-long national kickboxing workshop in Abuja. Moses Queer reports that 22 kickboxers took part in this seminar. The report.
The Kickboxing Federation of Nigeria has ended a one-week seminar for the athletes and officials aimed at upgrading their knowledge on the latest rules and regulations as well as officiating standards in kickboxing. The Federation's technical director, Engineer Kevin Oyika, explained some of the points raised during the seminar and the future prospects of the game in Nigeria.
A national kickboxing workshop and championship. The whole event is targeted on developing the coaches. Our focus is developing coaches. That's the people will refer as trainers. So we want to, grow the coaches. Teach them, they know the sports, so that they'll be able to train the athletes. So the whole of the program throughout the week, starting on the 14th, that is the arrival, and ending today.
Yeah, right now this tournament is going to help us know our athlete, the strength of our athlete, because we are preparing for any international from now. We'll be having international. We have May and we have June, and we have other international like in August and like that. So we want to know the strength of our athlete. But with this one now, we'll know their strength.
A one-day tournament was organized to end the brainstorming section. Those who attended the event described it as tough.
I've been to so many seminars in kickboxing, but this particular seminar has been very, very different. We've learned so many things we've not learned in other seminars, particularly the chatting issues of how to put up fighters. So many people have learned it anew because it was made open in this seminar.
Energy, you don't have to go all hard. Sometimes you have to learn to control your breath and control the match. So, and I tried not to show my tiredness to my opponent, so he doesn't use it as an advantage.
Kickboxing, a martial sport, is a convergence of boxing and karate. It has grown to be a popular sport in most parts of the world and is quite increasing in popularity in Nigeria. In Abuja, Moses Kuye, NTA News.
Sports brings us to the end of the English segments of the news. Up next is the translations. I am Abdullah Hajia. Good evening.
ama agbajaje yeshaje wona ayiku jagbada dado ya didai iwa na ba sheba bada wo mu press so ayuba woni wa gwa na ba je gai aiki tukoda nje bola tinubu wala bagbotu ga nkalai nge gwamnati ya aza nyamuga wada nge nyamuye bab majilo aza wami wasi anya to wo yeshi nsai we gba nsade wagna ga asapa bab mazahi nchei okwonu nje nai lafiya shigbaji sapa nje puasi amatosi inanya ajei wagodo nge gwamnati atete ji bala asa shaku guya ga zazahai nwoye nyamuyelo walo we nuko nase gwamnati ye kwaye kwashi apanu kwaye kwachi azabwa ntige ashige kumwa na baya bwa abegi waga nka sasai ke zakwati da rankiye wogolo wa tasasi wa dagma na nsaye kwai akiza da dugwada nge minista yeso wuke woku dai nge apashi aki balana yi nasara ga afrika yi via dudu golo balagbado yaki zaza ntu yekie abegibo oneze yakubu wadai nge minista yebe dabada denu sanu ngobe gozana gmai wagmi nkodovo akin nje kalilo traire nwa bebe gabi wagna yige minista da nke zanagbanyo kwenye woku abaji gachia nkwaji aza baye wo wati wala beya woji ati arebanu wagodo we ga ye kodo hu aki yije anugudo no bada yiki je Nigeria he ntichoni kogole yakuza anugudo ya gizaza wagodo we kuba sami nje fagabi mbabaji ya he nje ball na be shen wokuba sami tige baji ko wuje yina je koji ama agbaje ibeja na ba wo su shekwasi yewe ifina agbada sesu.
Askalo da sauraron mu a daidai wannan lokaci assalamu alaikum barkanmu da warhaka da fatan an wani cikin koshin lafiya ga takaitattun fassarar wasu daga cikin labaranmu na yau mai karantawa Yusuf Yakubu. A ƙoƙarin da yake na samarwa 'yan ƙasa sauƙin rayuwa da ci gaba mai nagarta, shugaban ƙasa Bola Ahmed Tinubu ya ƙaddamar da tsarin tallafawa 'yan ƙasa da aro wajen mallakar ababen inganta rayuwarsu karo na farko. Tsarin aron na farko zai taimaka wa 'yan ƙasa wajen bunƙasa rayuwarsu ta hanyar mallakar wasu ababe masu muhimmanci kamar gidaje, ababen hawa, ilimi, lafiya da sauransu wanda za su ke biya a sannu-sannu. Wanda ya ce duk ɗan ƙasa mai ƙwazo ba za a bar shi a baya ba wajen cimma burin rayuwarsa ta hanyar ribatar tsarin. Ministan babban birnin tarayyar ƙasa Abuja Nyesom Wike ya sake jaddada buƙatar samun haɗin gwiwar aiki tare tsakanin ƙasashen nahiyar Afirka domin bunƙasa ci gaban nahiyar gaba ɗaya. Wakilinmu Shaibu Onize Yakubu ya labarta mana cewa ministan ya bayyana haka ne a yayin da jakadan ƙasar Cote d'Ivoire a Najeriya Kalilu Traore ya kai masa ziyarar aiki a ofishinsa da ke nan babban birnin tarayya Abuja, inda suka tattauna wasu muhimman batutuwa akan yadda ƙasashen guda biyu za su yi aiki tare domin ci gaban su da kuma al'ummarsu. Ƙarshen labaran namu na yau kenan, sai kuma gobe idan Allah ya kai mu. Allah ta shi mu lafiya.
Nnọọ n'akụkọ ụwa nke taa, aha m bụ Rachel Ifi Ono. Gere akụkọ ụwa n'uju ya. Onyeisi ala Bola Tinubu Ahmed ewepụtala usoro ọ na-ele anya na ọ ga-enye aka belata ihe isi ike n'ala anyị nke ọ kpọrọ consumer credit. Ọ gakwara n'ihu kwuo na nke a ga-enye aka mee ka ndị mmadụ zụta ihe ndị ha chọrọ bụ nke ga-enyere ha aka na ndụ dịka ụlọ, ụgbọala, agụmakwụkwọ, ahụike nakwa ihe ndị ọzọ dị iche iche. Ọ gbakwunyekwara na nke a ga-abịa n'agba n'agba site na ndị ọrụ oyibo ruo mmadụ niile n'ala anyị. Minista n'isi ala anyị Nyesom Wike adịla njikere ha na mba Afrịka inwe mmekọrịta chiri anya iji kwalite mmepe n'ala anyị. Onoze Yakubu wetara akụkọ na nke a pụtara ihe mgbe ọ nabatara onye nnọchianya mba Cote d'Ivoire Kalilu Traore na ụlọ ọrụ ya dị n'isi ala anyị. Onye ọma gere m ntị, ebe a ka anyị pịachiri nke taa. Sonyekwara anyị n'ihe oge a echi niile. Ndewo.
Driver Drive jeje sake of say life no get photocopy o. Drive jeje na the ogbonge road safety program wey dey show for NTA Channel 5 Abuja to teach country people on how to drive jejely for road. Country people, make una join the only driver wey dey drive for television Odiriogboru Arutere for Drive jeje every Friday 11:30 a.m. for NTA Channel 5 Abuja. For sponsorship and advert, green us with 08035368023 plus 09055552223. Drive jeje because life na jeje.
Ẹ kú kalẹ̀ o, ẹ sì kú dédé wòyí. Ìròyìn iléeṣẹ́ amóhùnmáwòrán ìkànnì Kánò ti ìlú Àbújá ló ń dé sí etí ìgbọ́yín. Bọ́lájí Mátì ni oníròyìn. Ààrẹ Bọ́lá Ahmed Tinubu ti fàṣẹ sí abala kìíní ètò owó gbàsan díẹ̀díẹ̀ tí wọ́n pè ní Consumer Credit Scheme. Ètò náà yóò fún àwọn ọmọ orílẹ̀-èdè ní àǹfààní láti lè náwó sí ohun tó wù wọ́n láti rà tàbí láti ṣe bí ilé gbígbé, ètò ìlera, ètò ẹ̀kọ́ àti àwọn nǹkan mìíràn tí ó máa mú ìgbé ayé rọrùn fún gbogbo wọn. Ààrẹ Tinubu nígbàgbọ́ wípé ọmọ orílẹ̀-èdè tó ń fara ṣiṣẹ́ gidigidi ní láti ní àǹfààní sí àwọn nǹkan èlò bí ọkọ̀ ayọ́kẹ́lẹ́ àti àwọn nǹkan èlò mìíràn. Pẹ̀lú àgbékalẹ̀ ètò yìí, ọmọ orílẹ̀-èdè yóò gbádùn ètò tí wọ́n fi lọ́lẹ̀ yìí. Gẹ́gẹ́ bí àṣẹ Ààrẹ Tinubu, iléeṣẹ́ tó rí sí ètò náà ti ṣe ìfilọ́lẹ̀ ọ̀nà tí gbogbo ọmọ orílẹ̀-èdè máa fi lè kópa láti lè rí àǹfààní náà jẹ. Ní ìpele ni ètò náà máa wáyé, àwọn òṣìṣẹ́ ìjọba ni yóò kọ́ síwájú. Aláṣẹ ìlú Àbújá Nyesom Wike lásìkò tó gbàlejò aṣojú òkè òkun orílẹ̀-èdè Cote d'Ivoire